Hello everyone and welcome. Crash here. If you read that title, you know what's exactly inside this box. I am just I am so excited for this wheel. It's kind of crazy. It's really taken a lot of dedication, a lot of focus to not just rip this out of the box and get it on the rig. So let's do a quick unboxing and get it going. This is the Thrustmaster 599 Alcantara wheel.
Welcome to RTA Motorsports.
Alright everyone, and welcome. So we're going to unpack this here. I got my little hobby knife here, and we are going to get going. Now, looks like this cellophane wrap that's on the outside, probably just from the people I bought it from. I purchased this one from Pagnion Imports. Not exactly sure how to pronounce that one here. Actually, this is just kind of tearing off easier than it would be to cut it. So let's just tear that off. I lied. Always cut away from you, don't cut towards you. That's how you end up visiting people like me at the hospital. All right. This is this is wrapped up pretty tight. Okay. There it is. That is the 599xx Evo 30 wheel, 30 representing 30 centimeters or about 12 inches. And there it is. You could already tell if you have purchased any sort of add-on wheel from Thrustmaster before that this box is bigger than what you have gotten before. It says right here it's compatible with the T500 RS, T300 RS, T300 Ferrari GTE, and the TX, which is what I have. See the box there. There on the side is just, looks like just some, saying that it's a collector's item. 8/10 scale replica wheel of the 599xx Evo, officially licensed by Ferrari, and of course it has official Alcantara. As I said in my prior video where I discussed how to clean Alcantara, Alcantara is an actual branded item. It's just a version of microsuede. Microsuede has been out several decades now, but Alcantara is the most commonly used in autosports, but it is a branded item. So box contents, it says one detachable wheel, I would hope so, and one international user's guide, and this here is all in different languages. It says that it is hand stitched, wrapped, crafted from the same Alcantara material used from Italy that is used on the genuine Ferrari wheel for authentic feel. So I am just super excited. It says also that it is for PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. Compatible, of course, with Windows XP, Vista 7, 8, and 10. And of course, on this side here, we have it in further other languages. And you can see on the back there, look at that. That is the actual size of the wheel. Hopefully you get a good look at that. Hopefully the lights are not kind of messing that up. So without further ado, want to show this one as well. You can see that this is the in the bottom left there, that's the wheel that's inside this box. On the bottom right, that's the wheel inside the actual race car, the 599. Might actually be in the 599 that you could purchase as well, the street car, but let's just open this up. I'm babbling now. If many of you have ordered this wheel from several places, you already know, and you're in America, you already know that this wheel has been delayed several times, and it's been kind of frustrating because the original projected date didn't come to fruition for us here in America. So it was kind of pain in the neck, you know, constantly going online trying to see when it's going to come out and this and that. So I actually ordered mine from Amazon at first, and I had to cancel that because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but Pagion Imports Americas had it in stock and they only had a few of them. So I canceled my Amazon pre-order and just went ahead and purchased it through them. They shipped it to me the same day. So hopefully soon I get to one day get their next level motion seat and do a review of that. But you know, purchasing something small like this, a little accessory from them, I can see they're an awesome company as far as keeping me informed. They immediately told me what the tracking number was, and it wasn't a robot. It was Bob from Pagion Imports. So I know I'll probably keep saying it all different ways. I'm not exactly sure how it's pronounced. But here's the moment we all been waiting for. I'm gonna open it like this, so hopefully you all can see. Look at that. Oh man, this thing is huge. Oh man. And as I never seem to fail, the box is empty. I always throw that user manual down, but here it is. We don't really need a user manual on this. It's essentially plug and play with the Thrustmaster bases. And oh man, that's huge. Let's take that out of there. Oh, I can feel through the plastic how soft it is. Wow. Look at that. Look at that next to my that is more true to life. That is what I am talking about. Oh wow. I could easily say there's probably going to be a wheel for sale on my eBay shortly. I might keep it for some indie races or whatnot, but I think I might get the Thrustmaster for F1 wheel for that. But oh man, wow. Look at that. That is gorgeous. So the button layout, this is even has a really nice smell to it. It smells like new car. It really does. I'm not even lying here. So just like the GTE add-on wheel, you have your flash and you have your pit. Over here you also have your radio and scroll. This Manatino switch is different. It is smaller. It also pushes in as well, but you do have the left and right functionality there, and it pushes in as another function. Down here you have your washer, but down here you have a black button that's actually not mapped, that on the GTE this would say water and this one says wiper, but down here this says wash and this is left blank. So pretty neat there. So it's not completely the same as far as what it says, but very close. But I gotta say, this is an awesome feeling wheel. I'm gonna try to bring it a little close there so you can see on the top that ring. Hopefully you can actually see that. That is actually a leather band on there, and the alcantara itself just has a beautiful stitching all the way around the rim on the inside. I'm not exactly sure you can see that because of the lighting, and the alcantara itself is very soft, and the core underneath has a really nice sort of squishy feel. It feels like what you would feel in a real car. This is awesome. I am genuinely surprised and ecstatic all at the same time. I can tell already by feeling it, it feels close to what I have in my car. I have a 2013 CTSV, and my wheel is not alcantara. A lot of people, they call it alcantara, but if you look on Cadillac's website, they don't state it is genuine alcantara. It's micro suede, which is of course the same thing, but it's not the branded alcantara. This is all synthetic material, so every company can make it just a little bit differently with a little bit different blends. Same premise, but you know, of course, they're just all made a little differently. So this Alcantara feels very close to what's in my car. You know, it's actually softer just by a little bit. So very impressive. And we're gonna do a little bit of a close-up shot of it, and then we're gonna get this on the rig and get it going. I am really excited. Here we go. Okay, so I just want to show what the differences were between the two wheels. Now you can see that this is the add-on wheel that I have from Thrustmaster. Now it's pretty close to the T300 wheel, the stock wheel for that. So if you have that, that's kind of the same size, not the same color and button box layout, but pretty much the same rim. Now this is the 599xx Evo wheel, and you could just see the apparent size difference. Not only do you have the Alcantara and you have the 10-2 bolsters, but you also have a D-shaped rim all on top of that. So this rim here is like, it's so much more of a step up towards a reality and bringing you closer to that sim experience of what you might find. Whereas this wheel here is perfectly smooth all the way around. You don't have 10-2 bolsters at all. So next we're going to compare it to the stock wheel that you would get with the TX. Okay, so that's the 599xx Evo, and that is the Thrustmaster TX base rim. Now the first thing you're going to notice is that there is a size difference. It doesn't seem that apparent on camera. The reason being is this mounting surface is a lot further away from the base as opposed to this add-on wheel here. See how much closer that is. So on camera, the wheel itself is actually raised up. If you're just looking at it, kind of looks like they're close to the same size, but I could actually slide this rim on top of the other rim because the mounting surface is so raised up. But this rim here is actually the same size as the prior add-on that I had. I think it's just about 11 inches. This is just about 12. So this one is a bigger wheel. They both have D-shape. They both have 10-2 side bolsters. The other difference I'm going to say, if you have just the stock TX, this would be a good comparison. You're going to notice that the paddles themselves are very different in design to the stock TX, but they are identical in design to the 458 add-on. So the mounting surface and the button box is pretty much identical. Of course, we went over before, you have a different button, not layout, but you have different button annotations on there, as well as the Manatina switch is different from this wheel to the 599 wheel. But if you only have the stock TX, you can see that the paddles are decent in size. They, you know, of course, if you would already know that they do have a brushed, feels like aluminum finish. This has a brushed aluminum finish as well, but it's anodized black. But the face of it is much larger. You have much more real estate to get your fingers on the paddles. Also, there's a vastly different feeling from one paddle to the other. This one feels slightly mushier in comparison, but it feels more realistic. There's still a positive click, and there's more resistance to actuate than this one here. This one has a shorter throw, but feels a little bit more positive in its actuation, but it doesn't feel as realistic. All right, everyone. So we're in Assetto Corsa right now. We're in the Ferrari 599xx Evo car using the Thrustmaster version of its wheel, and it's pretty neat. It's pretty crazy. So I never really use this car. I never go out to use this car because I don't know. It's just something I never really went for some reason. So I don't really have much experience with this car. I know it is a sequential shift car. I normally like using the older cars that I could use my H pattern shifter for, but we're gonna give this one a shot. Oh man, this wheel is just the right diameter. This is pretty cool. Takes that toy feeling away from it. So this is the Nordschleife Tourist. Hopefully I said that right. You can feel the little vibration so much better. The wheel does feel lighter, especially on turn-in. It doesn't dampen the force feedback like the other wheels do. Hopefully I'm not screaming too much because of my headset, but there we go. Normally by now my hands would already be pretty sweaty. And I can feel that my hands are getting hot, but they're not getting sweaty on the surface of the wheel, which is nice. I'm 6 feet tall. I don't think I have huge hands. I have normal sized hands. When I wear gloves, I tend to wear large to extra large as far as, you know, medical gloves are concerned, so you can kind of get an idea for the size of my hands. And the paddles feel appropriate as far as their distance. I can get my fingertips on there. Track a few times, but we haven't destroyed it yet, so that's a good sign. Now Now this car has that algorithm, that program to prevent you from downshifting too fast and blowing up the motor. No! Alright, we tagged the wall on that one. Awesome that they kept the weight of the wheel down so much, even though they increased the size, so that way all the force feedback feelings are still coming through. They're still really strong. I actually feel like I can feel more of the track than I did with my other wheel. Lit up the rear tires on exit. That was awesome. I'm trying to do this all off of memory. It's the first time I'm running this track without actually using the map. Hold it in. Oh man, this is awesome. If this is your first time tuning in, you're wondering how I'm tracking my head movements. That's track IR5. Get that grip. Get that grip. Awesome experience. All right. Wow. You know, and as sweaty as my hands normally get, the rubber wheels, I try not to knock them because they have definitely come a long way with the rubber texture. My hands always get sweaty. It's just the nature of how I am, just how I'm made. And my hands are a little sweaty right now, but I don't feel like I'm losing any grip on the wheel at all because the alcantara is just, I guess, soaking it up. But my hands are not getting sweaty because of the texture. My hands are getting sweaty because of just the experience of running, because I'm pretty warm now everywhere. So this wheel, it transmits the vibrations beautifully. Actually, I feel more of the track than I remember feeling with my last wheel. And this wheel actually feels lighter than my last wheel, even though they're saying it's the same weight. be interesting to weigh these two and kind of get an idea, because I feel like I'm feeling more of the track. I felt the rear end kick out in this car much quicker than I have before, and it's a true testament to the wheel design, and the team that created this wheel. The Alcantara feels beautiful. It feels true to what I feel in my real car that has a similar sort of fabric, similar steering wheel. So initial impressions, I'm going to say this is awesome, because I was going to try to do something like this outside, maybe with a Momo Mod 30, which is the same size, or some other aftermarket wheel that would be micro suede. But unless I get a Momo, I'm not getting high quality Alcantara. I'm not getting a soft rim. There's going to be a lot of trade-offs. You know, besides getting a larger rim, excuse me, cheaper, there was going to be a lot of trade-offs. Now I can see that, because not only am I not going to get the button box on the wheel itself, but this rim is just constructed beautifully. I really have no complaints. It is absolutely awesome. So we're at Seika Hills right now. We're in the old school BMW. This is the drift version of the car that's provided by Assetto Corsa. It's not a mod car, but Seika Hills here, this beautiful track is a mod track. So we're gonna see if I actually can, you know, somewhat drift now. One of my friends that's a very experienced drifter always told me I needed a bigger rim. Can't really get great control over the car, or really learn to drift with such a small rim. So we're gonna try to see if I can actually hold the car sideways and maybe drift a little bit, have a little fun with it. Let's cook those back tires a little bit. Oh yeah. Bouncing that thing off the rev limiter. There we go. There we go. Not bad, not bad. First attempt. Let's see if we can do it again. I'm sure I'm making any experienced drifter in this channel right now cringe. But, you know, I've never been able to hold this car sideways, so I just never felt like I was in control. I mean, this might just be because of an update since the last time I tried, but I feel like the wheel is a lot easier to grab. All in all, I just feel like I'm in a lot more control. This is awesome. This is absolutely awesome. One more lap. Let's give it a shot. Let's see. Did a little love tap to the side wall there. I don't need no freaking lap times. This is so cool. So all in all, I I am super impressed with this wheel. This wheel is probably never going to come off my rig, maybe unless I get a F1 wheel and I kind of want to, you know, make it a little bit more realistic during a Dallara race or something in iRacing. But I'm in love. I'm in love with this wheel. So if you've been shopping around for this wheel or you're not sure of whether or not you should order it, hopefully this video helps you out, shows you my experiences with it. You're going to see this wheel a lot more frequently in the future, so I'm going to give you updates as the videos go, because I definitely need a lot more time with it before I can do a full review of this wheel, just to test durability and whatnot. But so far, Thrustmaster hit it way out of the park with this. So as usual, if you're a sim racer or a racer in general, or if you just enjoy seeing this video, have a great day. See you all out on the track.